Hi, welcome to Mr. B's Braindump, and here we're going to be showing you how to change the plugs on a Hayabusa 1999 K1. The reason I'm like this is because I don't have the cameraman, or woman for that matter. Now this is following on from the air filter change, so if you want to know how to get to this stage, okay, then just have a look at the air filter video, the air filter change on the Hayabusa, and you'll see where we're at. Okay, just use that to get to this point. I'm not going to repeat everything, so just quickly glance through the air filter change and you'll see how we ended at this point. Okay, so the next stage then is to take the air filter box off to get to our plugs. So let's do it. Right, that's a 10mm socket. Ratchet on. That out into the box. Okay, so that's front nut off. Okay, as you can see, that's now loose. The next bit is that we've got some tubes and some connectors, electrical connectors to disconnect. Let's quickly run around and see where they are. Throttle side, yeah, Hayabusa on the bottom of the airbox there. We've got a pinch clip and a tube that needs to come off. Okay, right. Okay, you should really pinch them off with the pliers, but I'm trying to do this one-handed. So anyway, that's that one tube off, right? Okay, everything else that we need to disconnect from the filter box is on the other side of the bike. So let's get round there. Okay, so around the other side of the bike, so we've got an electrical connection here that needs to come off. There's a pushing clip on. I can't see. There's a pushing clip on this side. Okay, just push that in and then pull the clip off. All right, let's just do that now for you. One hand, I'll try. There you go. Okay, so that's off. All right. I'm going to try and put it down any further because it's catching on out of the tube, but we need that tube left on, so we'll leave it on. There we go. So that's disconnected now, as you can see. Yeah, disconnected. Right, around to here, and you'll see we've got another clip here. It's quite successful using the other hand this time. So on top there's a. Can you see that? There's that little push down clip there. Push that down and pull this one off. Come on. There we go, that's that off. Right, we've got a tube here, just behind it, on the bottom of that little electrical unit there. There's a tube there, pull that off. Count, off you go. Oh, this is impossible. Right, I'll pull this tube off. It really needs two hands to do this properly, because you've got to give it a bit of a twisting action at the same time as you pull. You need two hands for that, really. So let's just come back when I pulled it off. I like to capture everything, but it's a... Good. Put it down here a second. Right, what I did, because it was being a bit, because it's just a small tube, there it is, I just put a screwdriver in between the top and bottom just to give it a little bit of leverage at the top, and now that's popped off. And there's one more tube, it's right in the middle of the airbox at the back. Don't know if you can see it. Oh, no. Where's my hand? There, right. So behind this fuel line. Oh, I fucking hate this camera. There it is there, that tube there, yeah. That needs to be pulled off from the bottom of the airbox, right in the middle at the back. Right, I've taken the tube off. The way that I did it was easiest for me was to lift the tank right back off the little hook, yeah, so I could get the pliers in there. Sorry, it's difficult to see anything, but there you can see, there's that little clip. Okay, I just pulled it off with the pliers, put the tank back down onto the stand of the tank stand thing that holds the tank up, and then got two hands behind and just pulled that off. So that's that pipe off. Okay, just two more things to go. On this side there's a little clip there that holds the airbox onto the top of the carb. Alright, Phillips inside there. Yeah, see it, there it is. Phillips in there. Just loosen it off a little bit. Not right off, just enough to take the pressure off. Okay, and then the same the other side. There, in between the throttle linkage. I'll stick my screwdriver on it so you can see it. Yeah, it's in there. Loosen that one off. I don't think it's ever been off before. And that's why it's been a bit odd. That's one side. There we go. That's the throttle linkage. There we go. One more pipe underneath. Do you know what? I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to leave that on. Saving you messing about. I'm just going to get a bungee to hold the air filter box out of the way. Alright, that's it. Let's put it onto the key. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Right, so inside, right, you can see this. Right, inside we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs. Now, you'll notice that I'm lucky. I'll get a close up for you. I don't know if you can see that. Come on, I can see it clear as day on here. Right, this has got a label on it saying 4. That's number 4 cylinder. This one's got a label saying number 3. Number 3 cylinder. This one's got a label saying number 2. If I get round the back. Oh, that's showing number 3 now. Right, so we've got 4, 3. Sorry, it's a weird camera this. 2's hiding behind there somewhere. Okay, and number 1 there. Remember the order. So 1 starts from the clutch side, okay, because you need to put them back in the same order. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so number 1, clutch side, working towards the throttle side, which is number 4. Important. If you get them round the wrong way when you put them back, you're going to have trouble starting the bike and it ain't going to run. Right, the next thing we need to do is to take the plug caps off. Now, we have got a little rubber mat here. I'm not going to take it off. I'm not going to take it off. Gently pull these off, plug caps off with your hands. Do not use any tools. Okay, pull them off with your hands. I need my hands free, so I'm going to put the camera down. it in closer. Okay, you can see a bit there. Alright, so that's plug 1, can you see that? Plug 1, 2, 3 and 4's hiding down there, you can't quite see it, but that's good enough. Right. So we'll start with plug number 1. Gently as you can. Okay, did you hear that pop? Right, just to show you can use the toolkit wrench, okay, which goes down the side, like so. Alright, which is pretty much the ideal size, but I prefer to use my own setup. Same size plug wrench, socket, plug socket, 16mm. Yeah, it's got the rubber inside. Yeah, that way you can tell it's a plug socket, a short extender, and then a multi-joint connector so that I can get the access because it's a bit tricky. Alright. Ratchet on, check it's set for undo, and that's me set up there. Alright. Down we go. Okay, it's on the spark plug. Wow, that has got to be the loosest spark plug ever. Wow. That was really loose. I'm doing the rest of my hand. Oh, maybe not. There we go. That was really loose. Not the most exciting bit, this. I'm just going to do the one plug because this is just going to take ages and I need to cut down the length of my videos, alright, but let me get this one out first and inspect the spark plug, and then I'll do the rest. I've got it. Nope, not yet. And then I'll do the rest, but you know, once you've done one, thread ever. Right. It is loose. I'm going to try using the Hayabusa socket. Might be better at gripping there. Come on, bring me the plug. Yes, first time. There we go. Right. Right, let's come round and show you. Right, let's turn the camera on. Right, let's get a second shot here. Flipping camera work on your own, do you know what is friggin' pants? Right, so anyway, as you saw, the spark plug was tricky to get out using my concoction. Alright, but it was easier to undo it with, so if you've got the tools like I had, then use that to get it undone and then remove the spark plug, which grips a lot better. It has to be said, it's got the thin end rubber inside, and that's why. I don't know if you can see up inside there. Let's get it over here and then you might be able to. Oh, tricky, there we go. It's got a thinner rubber inside, which means that it grips the top, this threaded bit, better, and that's best for pulling them out with. Yeah, you can see there's a bit of, so that's perfect for that. Right, now if we're inspecting the plug, right, now the first thing to tell you is, due to the, let's
get a close up here because it's important for my reference. Can't focus. Focus. Yes. Look at the corrosion around the top of that plug. Alright. See that? Okay. Just for my reference, this should have been changed 2 months ago. This plug is not 2 months old. On the positive side though, the bike, that is a perfect colour. Yeah. Any darker than that and it'd be running a bit rich, but that's kind of on a level that. Focus you. So that's kind of the right colour. It's not too dark. That's fine. So it's running right. Maybe just a tiny bit rich. Should be a little bit more lighter brown than that, but I'm happy with that in terms of the way it's running. But that's just plug 1. Right. I'm going to stop here, take the rest of the plugs out, and we'll have a look at them all, and then we'll put the plugs back in. Right. So cut in here. Okay. Where are we? I've taken all 4 plugs out. I'm going to suggest that these 4 plugs are the original plugs, but what was kind of weird was that they were all very loose. I was finger pressure, literally, absolutely finger pressure to get those off, and the cylinders are pretty, considering how old the plugs are. This one here, that one there in shot, a little bit rich. The rest are okay. I'm guessing it's just because it's the plugs are so old that I've got that cylinder number 3. That was cylinder number 3 is a little bit rich, as you can see. There's a bit of oily fuel on it. A little bit rich. Nothing major though. I've seen a lot worse. I'm guessing it'll run a lot better now with the new air filter. But yeah, judging by the corrosion on these plugs, check that out. These are the original plugs from when it was made. So this you're looking at a 13-year-old spark plug. NGK. Oh, actually, it's got the blue writing on it. That's like ages old, isn't it? Remember the days. Right. Anyway, what I want to show you, I'm putting iridium plugs back in. Okay, so that's CR9EIX iridium. Okay, again from NGK. Other plugs are available, of course, but what I'm going to show you quickly, we'll look at the old plug and compare the two. Focus. Come on. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. Look at the difference in tip. Yep. See the tip inside? The iridium plug has a much finer tip, giving you a much better spark. I'm sure you can see that difference. So the iridium one gives you a much better spark because it's a finer gap. A thinner end giving you a more precise spark rather than jumping all around the outside of that larger core on the original plug. You've got a much finer gap, so the spark doesn't tend to jump around, you get just a precise spark, and that's why I'm fitting these iridium ones in. Okay, there's not a massive difference in price, to be fair, so why not? Okay? It's my bike, so that's what's going in, 4 iridiums. Alright, I'm going to put them in now. It's the same way you took them out, don't over tighten them. Alright, I'm sure, there's no point in me showing you putting the plug back in. I'll just show you on plug number 1. Alright, I'll just put this one in now. I mean, I do try and say it, I do it from start to end. So you see I've taken them all out, couldn't be bothered messing about, I've just taken them all out. I know it's number 1 is the closest to the clutch. So, one other thing to mention, when you're taking these off, I can't see now. When you take these spark plug caps off, depending on how long they've been on, yeah, just twist it a little bit before you, only a little bit, just to twist the rubber off the end of the cap. Alright, and this will ensure
that it's easy then to pull off, and they should pull off really easy. Okay, I've put 2 plugs in already, these 2, and I thought I'll just show you putting a plug in. It is straightforward, but I like to show you also quickly just how you do it. Use the tool that comes with the toolkit with your Hayabusa, because it holds the spark plug for you. There's my spark plug. Now, pair of pliers, take off the cap on the spark plug. These on the Hayabusa, you need to take these plug caps off, so you've got the thread of the spark plug showing. That's what the spark plug cap latches onto when you put it on. Alright, that's the first thing. Whatever you do, do not leave that end cap on the spark plug, because you'll knacker your plug cap. Then, with your tool, put the spark plug inside. Okay, and make sure it's gripped. That's holding that firm now, that's not coming out. Yeah, and then drop it down inside gently, and then locate it on to the thread inside. Get it hand tight. Got quite a long thread on these. Get it hand tight. As soon as it goes hand tight, I'm going to switch to my ratchet, because I prefer the feel of a ratchet. There we go, that's hand tight. Pull that off. In with my ratchet. And back we go, and that much of a turn. That's all you need. Okay, that's it. Plug on. Right, this will be number 3. That's number 3, checking it there on the wire, that's number 3. And get that going down inside. And then I'll try and be quiet, you should hear it go down on the little ratchet, on the little threads of the top of the cap. Right, I'll keep quiet, see if you can hear it. Okay, little wiggle, that's on good. Alright, one more plug to go, and then we put everything back. Okay, the same way we took it off. I don't think we need to record that really.